Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason and I do a show on YouTube called DeepSeededGeek. And this video is really out of the norm for me. What this is a fun 5 facts about me, the guy behind the series. I was given a message today from one of my very loyal subscribers, Imisskinkyi, who is all kinds of awesome, and you should check out her channel like right now and then come back and watch this video. But she sent me this little thing that seems like almost like a chainmail kind of letter, YouTube style, which is you name 5 of your subscribers that you want to know a little bit more about, and they tell you some fun facts about themselves. So I thought that's pretty cool, you know, because like everybody out there, especially in the gaming kind of circuit, they just put out their gameplay videos and commentate, and you really don't get to know much about the person, just their opinions and thoughts and all that kind of stuff, which I guess kind of shapes a person. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. So here I am, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I like putting a kind of personality to all these commentators that we see out there. So I thought, what better time to do it? I just finished recording our latest Game of the Month series, and so I thought, why not just roll with it? So to the best of my knowledge, I've put up 5 little fun facts that I think you guys might enjoy. So without further ado, fact number 1. My name, or my series on YouTube is DeepSeededGeek, but if you check out my actual name, did that go the right way? That's the way the name goes. It says Misadventures of an MT. And as 1 or 2 of you have already figured out, that does mean that yes, I am an MT, which is massage therapist up here in Canada. And the reason why it's Misadventures of an MT is because it's the name of a show that I put on during the Fringe Festival a couple of years back. I've lived quite an interesting life, crazy life, being a massage therapist. You see all sorts of things in my profession. And so when I was working out of town, I would write to my friends and family all these like crazy things that would happen to me. And after a year of doing that, I kind of found my voice for writing. And so the way I talk to friends and family, the way I tell stories, is the way I actually write in emails. So after years and years and years of collecting all these stories, a friend of mine just said, well, why don't you do a show of this? You know, go on stage and tell these stories to people because they're very entertaining. So I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. And one year I performed at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival, and I just told a handful of stories from my massage adventures. And it was really well received. I got awarded the Best of the Fest, which was something I did not expect and didn't even know of. And it was financially very good too. And one of the producers for the whole festival took me aside and she said, well, why aren't you doing the whole tour if this is the kind of success that you're getting? I had no idea there was a tour. So I find that out, and I applied for it, and I got the opportunity to go all across Canada just telling my stories for about 4 months on the road. And that was very exciting. So I created the YouTube channel called Misadventures of an MT so people can see the behind-the-scenes kind of stuff of what it's like to be on the road. And yeah, then that kind of went away. I kind of felt like I'd been there, done that, and wanted to move on to bigger and better things, so I started traveling. And eventually, the gaming gene inside me just wanted to come out and play, so that's why I kind of converted my YouTube channel into what is DeepSeededGeek. So there you go, fun fact number 1. On to the next one. Before I was a massage therapist, I was what you call a performance bartender. What that means is I used to flip bottles and do juggling kind of tricks and mix drinks in a very fashionable kind of way, very entertaining way. And I did this for 2 or 3 years, I think. And it got to be such a thing for me that I started training other bartenders to do this in the city. And I competed in the first ever bartending competition in Winnipeg and won first place. Which got me the opportunity to go off to Walt Disney World and compete internationally. So, I forget what year that was, but there's probably something still out there in the world where it does list me as the 47th best bartender in the world. So, there you go. Oh, and fun fact, as a side note to that, I'm the 47th best bartender in the world who doesn't drink. that whole entire bartending experience, I was completely sober, and I still am sober. I'm not a beer or hard liquor kind of guy. You give me a Pepsi or... Why the fuck am I drinking water? I don't know. But I would take Pepsi over anything any day of the week. It's just not my thing. I'm not a, you know, I don't preach about it or anything like that, but it's the way it is. Yeah, anyway, so that's fun fact number 2. Going on to number 3. Was I always this cool? Yes, but but it was a long way around to getting this way. I could sum it up like this. School was very strange. It was like a trilogy for me in a big way. Grade 1 to 4, I was at a public school, and the kid I was back then is who the adult I am today. I've not changed too much. I'm still that hyperactive kid where everything is amazing and everything's great. That's still me to this day. But unfortunately, I used to be more friendly towards the girls than the guys back in the early grade school, and I wasn't really into sports or anything, so that kind of clashed with most of the boys, and I got beat up every single day just because of who I was and what my interests were. So after 4 years of getting beaten up every single day, my parents finally clued into the fact that the grass stains and skin knees weren't because I was messing around on the playground, it was because I was being dragged through the dirt most of the time, which, boo-hoo, yeah, sad me. But, so they moved me to a private school, a private Catholic school. I'm not even Catholic. But they kind of saw a little bit of an acting kind of quality in me, where they thought I would do well with a drama program or something like that. And this particular school had a big one. And so I got involved with that, but when I went to this new school, I thought I do not want to be beat up again. So I started listening to heavy metal music. I started growing my hair long. I used to wear jean jacket with studs, so it would look very intimidating, which I was the skinniest of skinny guys, so how I was intimidating, I don't know. But it didn't make for a lot of friends back then. I had maybe 2 really close friends and a lot of acquaintances. That was about it. But if it wasn't for that school, there was a particular teacher there who kind of saw a little nugget of talent in me somewhere. And he tried to shed away all that kind of mean exterior that I was trying to put up a wall for, and showed me that, you know, that little kid who I tried to bury is a pretty cool kid, and I shouldn't try to hide that. And he was like one of those life-changing people that you meet in your life, and I'm so glad I did, because I started thinking, yeah, you're right, you know, I should be who I am. And then I go to high school, which is a public school, and I thought, okay, just be yourself. Just be yourself. And I did. And wouldn't you know it, that little kid who got beat up for all the reasons that were him became the most popular kid for his entire high school experience, for the exact same reasons. It baffles me, and I would never, to this day, be anything but myself. Because of that teacher. And I'm very thankful for that, because he pretty much gave me the life I live today, which is pretty freaking amazing to me. Anyway, before we get all sappy and I'm all shaky in the voice, this is hard to do when it's personal stuff. Jeez, I could gab about games and I don't get all fluttery, but whatever. Fun fact number 4. I am a musician. Throughout high school, I started playing the bass guitar. And I got introduced to jazz music and playing in the high school band and everything, playing classical stuff. And I went on to a couple of years of School of Music here in Winnipeg. But unfortunately, when I started there, they were only teaching classically trained players, which I am not. Like, I can't read music to save my life, but if I hear a song once, I could pretty much sing it or play it, you know, within a minute. So yeah, I kind of shuffled my way through 2 years of hardcore school of music training and just got fed up with the classical stuff and dropped out, but I kept up with the jazz stuff and a lot of the vocal stuff. So I did a lot of jazz groups vocally and around the city and everything. And again, it was one of those things where I got to a certain level, like you do a few tours, not like big tours, I'm not any kind of big deal or anything like that, but you tour across Canada a couple of times, you do some festivals, headline some things, and we even did like some clinics where we taught some skills to like high school kids. And I played all the joints in Winnipeg that I want to play, and I just kind of stepped back and I went, you know, I think I've done everything that I want to do with this. Let's see what else there is. And so you move on from that. And so yeah, I can play you a pretty tune if you ask me nicely. So there you go. Let's see. Number 5. Oh, number 5. Okay, if you guys look closely, I know I don't bend down a lot, but if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but I have scars on the top of my head here. How I got that really funky V1, if you can see it. Interesting story. When I was in grade 3, I was playing outside, and we were playing wrestling. Well, I thought I was playing wrestling. The other kids were playing beat the hell out of Jason. So, I was playing along with it, as you do. And I was underneath one of those play structures where they have like the monkey bars and the rings that you can swing from and the drawbridges and all that. And we were jumping around, horsing around, you know. And I was unfortunately jumping up underneath that drawbridge thing when a child jumped down on it. And my head connected with one of the bolts that kind of keep the bridge all together. And oh my god, it was like a fountain of blood. I looked like Carrie, you know, where it was all coming down. They're all gonna laugh at you! That was me. And so I was screaming, crying, and there was a bigger kid on the playground who picked me up and he took me to the nurse's office, and I had to get stitches and all that kind of stuff. But here's the funny thing. Because of me, all throughout our city, any of those play structures, they now have rubber coating to block all those bolts, so this won't happen to another kid. So you're welcome, Winnipeg. It's thanks to me. Funny thing though, to attach that rubber, they need bolts, so it kind of defeats the purpose, so whatever. But yeah, that's my 5 fun facts. So now I gotta do the whole chain letter thing where I pass this on to a few other subscribers. So I hope you guys take advantage of this, because it would be really cool to get to know these subscribers a little more. One thing I do want to say is that number 1 on this list would have been Imisskinkyi, but she's the one who sent this to me in the first place, so I know a few fun facts about her already. So we're going to pass it along. The first guy I want to know more about, I know a little bit about, but I want to know more about, is username Subject1080p. This guy's over in the UK, and he's been a crazy huge supporter of me in like almost everything that I do. And yeah, he just seems like a really cool dude. If you listen to some of his commentaries and everything, he just sounds like a rad guy. So I want to know more about you, so it's coming your way, bud. Next up is Randay92. This guy comments all the time, and I'm pretty sure he found me from over on Epic Battle Axe community there. And a guy who likes EBA as much as I do, dude, I so want to know more about you. And he does comment, can't even talk anymore. He does comment quite a bit on a lot of my videos, and he shows me a lot of support. So dude, I want to know more about you. Next up is a gal over in, I want to say, either New Zealand or Australia, and she's probably going to kill me that I don't know the difference. And you would think I would know. My brother-in-law is from Australia, so you'd think I'd know the difference between the dialect. But I am Fall from Grace. Girl, I want to know more about you, as I'm sure all your subscribers do. So that's my third one. Fourth on the list is a gentleman by the name of Nuclear Warhead 767. He comments all the time on my channel, and he is such a cool dude. I think I want to know a little bit more about him, just as much as you do. And the fifth one is you guys. If you are watching this video right now, dude, send me an email, send me a video response, send me something. I want to know my subscribers. I hear you guys in the comments and all that kind of stuff, but I never get to know you, what you're all about, what you want to do. If you're doing something on YouTube that I'm not checking out, send it to me. Let me know. Hit me up. Give me 5 fun facts. Tell me your 5 favorite games. Tell me your 5 favorite ice cream flavors. Tell me your 5 favorite toes. I don't care. Just let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And with that, I'm going to sign off and hope to hear from you on DeepSeededGeek. Take care, you guys.